We gotta pick our. Oh my god, dude! Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary, everyone!
What's going on, everyone? This is Keo, and I'm here to say June. And today we are going to be talking about Wolfenstein: The New Order on the Binch Bros podcast.
That was smooth. You
Fucking
smooth
right.
operator.
Right away.
You smooth operator, Keo.
It was supposed to be a bit. I really thought I was gonna fuck up, which I feel like I still did.
You nailed it, man. You nailed it. You better use that.
Fucking
you better
one
use
take.
all of this.
Not gonna use the bit where I talk about. I'm not even gonna mention it. You know.
I don't remember. What did you say?
I think we should talk about a little bit about other games, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah, how about we talk about Wolfenstein first and then talk about the other stuff? Because
no, for sure.
I'm down with that. Okay.
I know what you're going. Yes, I agree. We should definitely get what we said we're gonna do first.
What game was that we talked about last time?
Fuck. I can't remember. Yeah.
It's Bayonetta. Okay.
Yes.
So when we talked about Bayonetta, the game Bayonetta 2, actually.
Yes.
We talked about other shit beforehand, right?
Yep.
That I thought was a good idea at the time.
Yep.
Then I realized we talked for an hour before we talked about Bayonetta.
Yes.
So no one got to hear our thoughts about Bayonetta if they were impatient.
Yeah.
So
let's get the main bit out of the way.
We're not doing that. Yeah. So we're gonna do Wolfenstein: The New Order. Keo, question about the New Order first before we start. Did you watch the trailer for the new Colossus yet?
Fuck. Totally did. Totally didn't. Sorry. Go ahead and give a little synopsis on it, I guess.
No. I won't.
Okay.
Oh, well, you can watch it after. You can watch it in between the segment of Wolfenstein and the other games that we've been playing.
Yeah, I think we should definitely probably do it after the fact, and then probably talk about it next week because it will help if no one hasn't finished it in this. Whoever's listening, even though there's still gonna be spoilers for this bit.
Except, we will be spoiling Wolfenstein. So jump to the time code that you see on the screen if you want to not hear Wolfenstein spoilers.
What on the screen?
Yeah, Keo's going to be editing.
Oh, fuck that. No, I'm just auto-editing. I'm not going to do any... I will do some extra work, but...
Would you be down to do that?
I don't have that much time. What's that?
From now on, when we do the podcast, is it hard to put an annotated button to be like, this is where we stop talking about Wolfenstein?
Yeah. It is. I would think so. Well, maybe. I mean, I have been segmenting our transitions, so maybe it wouldn't, but it's definitely an extra step that I would have to take. And I usually do that later on at nights, and once I'm done editing, I kind of want to just go to sleep or play more video games. So
there might be a time code because I think it'll take all of 2 seconds for me to just look at the time code and write it in the description, which I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll say spoilers for Wolfenstein.
Well, I could probably do that. Definitely editing it in, putting annotation and stuff is kind of.
I mean, annotating it on YouTube too, just pushing the button for annotate. Yeah. And skip to this button, this time code, and then click it, and it'll skip them to that time code.
Yeah, we'll see. But for sure.
This is some inside baseball with Keo and June.
What up? Yeah, we do this almost every 2 to 3 podcasts.
The sausage is made, man.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like a man behind the curtains thing. It ruins the illusion sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, who knew it was James Franco all along, right?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, damn it, we just gave away another one.
And speaking of giving away Nazi secrets,
yes, exactly.
Wolfenstein: The New Order is a video game that came out in the year of our Lord. Sorry, I'm looking it up right now.
2000, obviously 2000, and it's a 10 for sure. I want to say 2014. The year for sure, and for the month, I'm gonna take a gander at October. because the Nazis and stuff.
Because of Nazis? Okay. Well,
yeah.
You said what? 2014?
2014, October 2014. Final verdict. Final answer.
Right.
There you go.
May 2014.
Fuck. Well, I got the year.
You got the year. You're saying October because the new Colossus comes out in October.
No, I was thinking about Halloween. Also because I'm kind of seeing a video of these guys that are wearing like an It costume.
Pennywise?
I'm not sure. Yeah, but they're all like different types. There's like one that has like black and white, and then another guy with purple and white.
So they're just clowns?
Yeah, the clowns.
Not necessarily. Maybe they're juggalos. Maybe you're just confusing juggalos for clowns.
Maybe. But yeah. Okay. Cool. So May 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Let's talk about this game.
What
is this game?
This game is about
what is it? Describe the gameplay.
It's a first person. I could do mechanics for sure. I could do mechanics.
Yeah.
It's a first person shooter. Has a nice take on having dual weapons. The also little stealth mechanic, which I thought was pretty not interesting. I had my fair share of first person stealth, like Far Cry, and I can't think of another one right now. But for sure, this is in that category now. Wolfenstein.
Mm-hmm.
And
with like finishing animations, right?
Yeah. And well, just stealth kills in general, like even with the silent pistol.
There's no tagging. You can't tag people in this game.
No, which it definitely made the game harder, and I think that's
type of video game. This isn't an open world game where you lose track of people easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of still do. Like I do sometimes still. At least in the first time that I went through, like there is a segment of the game I do want to bring up later, which I thought was like pretty cool and kind of open ended in how you can approach it. Yeah.
And I mean the whole game's not like that. There's a lot of scenes in the game, moments of the game where it's like definitely just kill all these people in front of you. They're shooting at you. You're in this room. You gotta get to that next room. Kill them all.
Yeah.
Not all of them are like that though.
No.
But anyway, talk about this game. Let's hear it.
All right. So like in the beginning of the game, it looks like you're playing as I don't know, like a jarhead, I guess. Is that still? Are they still like?
Jarheads are Marines, right?
Okay. That's why.
I don't know. What is he? Is he a Marine?
I don't know. He's a soldier for sure. He's just a soldier. American soldier.
William Blazkowicz, aka BJ.
BJ. I didn't.
William J. Blazkowicz. William J. He says when people ask him his name.
Wait, why is J? Why is J in there?
I don't know. It's his middle initial.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't remember.
William J.
Okay. You'll play as BJ
Blazkowicz.
DJ Blazkowicz.
Before we start, what's your history with the Wolfenstein video games?
Oh no, this is the first game I played of Wolfenstein.
Okay, so Wolfenstein is one of the first-person shooters. Wolfenstein 3D. It's made by id, who made Doom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like, I mean, it's still fun to play. You fought Hitler at the end. Mm-hmm. He's in a robot.
Yeah.
Violent game. It's good. And, it had the little face in the bottom of the screen with your face. As you got more damage, you would like get like a bloody nose and stuff.
Yeah. There
were like secret walls and stuff. This game has a lot of secret walls too.
Fuck.
It's just like one of those types of games, like it's the very first of its kind. Maybe I'm actually not sure if it's the first or if it's one of the first, but it's right before Doom, and it is a, did you ever play Wolfenstein 3D in Wolfenstein the New Order ever?
You're talking about the nightmare bit, right?
Yeah, that's the game.
Yes, I played it once, the one time.
You didn't like it, huh?
I didn't want to keep going because I know I would want to, but I'm kind of not going for achievements, and that's kind of what it looks like it's gonna be.
I don't know if there's an achievement for beating it.
I feel like there is. Well, just playing it, like maybe through all the chapters or whatever, but I don't know. Or the chapters that you're in there. But.
Yeah. So, what is it? 1946, right?
Oh, dude, years. Yes. Yes.
All right. So this takes place at some point after other Wolfenstein games, but sort of in its own universe. The timeline's very
Finicky.
yeah, because like characters from other games show up, but then again, it's like also like some stuff like happens differently. Anyway,
It kind of has like I don't want to say Final Fantasy because they're all different
Fantasy.
universes.
Whoa. I love that. I love any comparisons to Final Fantasy from Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
But just because it's so out there. But yeah, no, it's like less like Final Fantasy because you always play as BJ.
Yeah.
And more like
That's true.
I don't know. Do you know what Turok is?
No.
Okay. DMC Devil May Cry, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that game.
That game was like a reboot of Devil May Cry.
Got it.
And you still played as Dante, but it was like totally different world. It's not as extreme as that. It's
hot
more.
Dante.
I don't know. It's weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
1946. Fergus, this British pilot,
Yeah.
maybe.
Some. I think he's no. He's some form of English. I don't know.
So he and BJ are raiding Death Head's. Death Head is this Nazi like leader.
Yeah,
this general.
He seems to be like the main
He's a scientist.
dude that you're supposed to go after.
It is probably after the death of Hitler. And they are gonna go and try and finish the war because Death Head has created technology for the Nazis that has really helped the war in their favor.
Right.
They have
Yeah.
robots and lasers and all sorts of horrible things happening that are hard to fight against. So they're taking the fight to them. Suicide run sort of thing, like one last shot. Anyway, introductory segment, you're on a plane and, it's whatever, you do turret section, whatever. And then the plane goes down, you jump onto another plane, you and Fergus, and you meet a Private Wyatt. Right?
Yeah. I want to say just like once you get in there, just in general, there's a lot of scenes in this game. And when those scenes happen, most of the time you are, first of all, this is the first thing. It's not even my point. You have these cutscenes and where it takes you out of first person and goes to the third person. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure there's other games that do that, but this is like a full cinematic kind of. Mm-hmm. It has a little bit of like game graphics, but it definitely looks a bit more theater-esque.
Yeah, they look great. The character models, I think.
But like when there's like some scenes that happen, like that scene when you're jumping off to a plane to go see Private whatever. The plane helicopter that you're in falls over, and the blades start cutting off the side of the plane that you're entering in, and it gets really close to like BJ's feet, and just then and there for me, like I was like, oh shit, fuck!
You thought you messed up,
and that just like, oh god, I'm gonna die. But there's a lot of those. There's a lot of that in this game. Which was pretty good.
Set pieces, right? There's, what do you call it? What's that word? Scripted set pieces.
Yeah.
And so then you talk to that guy, and you talk to Wyatt.
Mm-hmm. Or Wyatt.
Yeah, and then you land the plane, or you crash land the plane.
Yeah.
You get separated. This is a tutorial mission, this 1946 section of the game.
Yeah.
You're, you're invading this compound, and it's kind of open, actually. That's a cool thing. Like, it's like, it's linear when you get in, but then there's like sections of the map where it'll be like, the objective will be like, find a bomb, to like blow up this door, and then you kind of get free reign over this section of the map for a minute. It's like, there's enemy commanders. The main mechanic of the bad guys in this game is there are these commanders who are very easy to kill. They're weak. They don't wear armor of any kind. Nope. They don't have any like real strong weapons, but they have the ability to radio in reinforcements, and will continue to do so until they're destroyed.
You know what they remind me a lot of? In Star Wars, you have the stormtroopers, which are the regular soldiers, and then you have the generals, right? The commanders. That's what they are, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You have the commanders, and they look very similar to the guys with those black caps.
Interestingly,
the black suit.
Yeah. It's because Star Wars, the Empire, they're based on Nazis, you know?
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, they're called stormtroopers, right? Like, the Nazis were called stormtroopers first.
Fuck, were they?
Yeah, they were Nazi stormtroopers.
Oh, shit, dude.
That's where it comes from, right?
Oh, that is so bad that I don't know that.
But that's really bad. You want to edit this part out?
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm about to bring the truth.
Just learn, right? Every day is a day to learn.
Yeah.
But, so like, you know, whatever, the game, you playing it, you get separated from them, you end up, I don't know how deep you want to get into this tutorial mission.
No, I think we should we should go into some detail, at least on the very important bits, but for sure, like,
just go through
skip
the story,
over
right?
skip over like the bits that don't need to be said, I
right.
guess.
So
but
like,
for sure we need to plug in the fact that like, as you like crashed or whatever, there are these like big ass like robot dogs that you encounter.
Right.
They're just in the game,
okay.
I guess.
Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing I want to do with this podcast. I didn't tell you this.
Sick.
I wish I did.
It's fine. What's up?
I guess I just thought of it right now. But yeah, you know, we
happens.
do this thing where we break down the story piece by piece.
Yeah.
You know, the entire story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing that, I think if there's key moments in the story that we want to talk about, that we can discuss, we talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we just like, you know, blow through it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Long story short.
We can talk more about it like afterwards, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. We can always return. Okay. Long story short, BJ's team gets captured by Death's Head.
Yep.
And BJ is forced to make a choice between sacrificing Wyatt or Fergus.
So I do want to say before that ever happens, though.
Okay, go ahead.
So you find I forgot how you even got there, but I think you just like come up from above or some shit, maybe. But you enter in this room that has like these body parts that are like connected to these machines, I guess, and they're being pulled by their skin or whatever. Mm-hmm. And from there, there's a cutscene that happens there where Wyatt, I think Wyatt presses a button and it locks you guys in, mm-hmm. and then the whole room is gonna go on fire. Mm-hmm. And then, so in this game, again, we talked about this off podcast, but there's the little like indicator where you have to go. In mm-hmm. most games, you have like a map, or you have like a compass that shows you where it's at. Where like well, I can't remember if it was in that area, but it's fine. Either way, the little indicator doesn't really show up until you're like fairly close to it, and I thought that was at first annoying, but also it's kind of cool because it makes it a harder game. Essentially,
more.
Yeah. And
I think it's like if you're really stuck, it like pops up or something.
Yeah. I've noticed that once I stayed on it for like I couldn't find it for a very long time. Mm-hmm. It's on the bottom left. It says like map updated, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then at this point, like the cutscene happens, and then Wyatt presses something, and the whole thing's gonna go on fire. You're supposed to find a key again with that whole thing where I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find it, so we ended up dying.
Oh
no! I ended up finding the key the second time around. I was like, okay, cool. And then as everyone was leaving and I went through the door, I looked back and I was because like in that scene or just before you guys ever enter that, someone loses their loses their legs, like they're paralyzed from the waist down. I look back and no one has picked them up, and I was like, oh shit, I should go pick them up, and I was getting really close, and I picked them up and I dragged them through. I was like, oh fuck, that was really close. That guy almost died.
Yeah. I think that would have probably failed your mission, huh?
I don't think it would. It seemed like that was just an option. because they never said anything. They didn't say pick up that dude, pick up that soldier.
Interesting. When I played it, they were like, BJ, grab him.
Oh, okay, maybe they would have said it if I didn't. If I did it late, like if I waited a lot longer.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
I actually don't know. I've never left him.
I thought, I've never either. But I thought that was interesting because it's interesting because I think usually I'm used to games where the NPCs would do the minimal the other work for me that I don't have to do. Yeah. And this one, I ended up doing that work, and it's weird that I did that because I would think that I wouldn't want to because I'm trying to not essentially rush the game, but more so trying to just play it. But it was just weird. I didn't think I was gonna grab him. That's pretty much it. That's where I
love how that stuck with you. I know exactly the part you're talking about too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, well, because that guy, you learn what happens to him later, but like,
yeah,
in the scene, he's fine. You go into the next room and like you fight a boss. It's your first, like, it's not a boss. It's like a big enemy that you end up fighting quite often in the game, actually.
Yeah. To which like he's introduced by crushing one of your guys' head off.
Yeah. He kills one of the last remaining survivors.
Yeah, you can't really stop him, right?
From killing that guy? I don't think so.
Yeah, because I just started to like shoot at him, and that's when I found out I could shoot off his like little valve thingies.
Oh yeah, and it, like stuns them or something.
Yeah, but I mean, he already died before. After that happened, I shot him too late.
I don't think you can save that person. Yeah, but then the walls start closing in, and one of my favorite moments in the game.
That was so creepy.
What when Death's Head's face pops up?
Yeah, for the most part, because I kind of knew that was gonna happen. So yeah, so what happens is Wyatt like goes to that door that closed where the fire's coming from, and he goes near that, and he says, Blazkowicz, there's some people on the other side. Come over here and give a listen. I was like, oh shit. Okay, let me go over there. And the little sliding door opens from that door, and you just see the Death Face, right? Death Head. You see Death Head's face, and he's not a really charming dude. He definitely has some like boiling kind of going. I think he's like got some lips.
He's got a slice. It's like a horrible scar across his mouth.
Yeah. And
he's a great villain.
He looks intense. He really looks intense. Yeah, I definitely hate him.
He's like, a Nazi through and through, wanting to find purity or whatever. And he wants to do it by like experimenting on people. Yeah. And he's a crazy mad scientist, and he's a Nazi. What a easy combination to hate. But anyway, that's your villain for the game. He forces BJ at I don't know, like what
it's kind of gun.
Well, no, I mean it's more like, it's rather like, if he said choose one or I'll kill you, BJ would probably die. But instead he says choose one or I'll kill them both. Yeah. So BJ,
and then we'll be here all day. Yeah, it's
right. So BJ has to sacrifice one of these two men that he's serving with.
Yeah, specifically Wyatt and
Fergus.
Fergus. Oh, you know what? You probably do need that dude. That's like doesn't have a legs.
That kind of makes sense. He's in that cutscene.
Yeah, he is in that scene, isn't he?
Yeah, because he's like looking at the reason he picks those two is like he looks at their eyes, and he likes their eyes, and he wants their eyes. So he's like, which one do you want? And you say whichever one, and then he leaves the three of you to die.
So it's between Fergus and Wyatt too, by the way.
Because the other guy, he like lost an eye.
Yeah.
And so he doesn't want him. Mm-hmm. And then, they escape. Mm-hmm. The person you didn't choose is horribly killed. Yeah. And then you escape, and as you're escaping, there's an explosion, shrapnel flies out, and chunks right into BJ's head. Yep. Like pretty nasty cut right across his head.
Dude, like this game gets so gruesome, and like I mean, we didn't see like in that scene with where BJ has to choose between,
it doesn't show you.
It doesn't show
doing.
that.
Yeah,
but like,
but you just see him like put a brain in a tube as he's leaving or something.
That was later. That was That was much later in the game, but that happens, and it does get that still falls in the line of like this. The cinematics get really gruesome.
Yeah, the gameplay is pretty violent too.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll get into that. But when the shrapnel goes in like that I usually have this thing. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the podcast.
You were like,
yeah,
oh, God.
I usually like feel it kind of where the impact was at. And
like the back of your head started hurting?
Yeah, I just touch my head. I'm like, oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah, because it's nasty. It's not like it's not like a pretty scar, a little definitely not fancy. It's like nasty chunk of his head's just gone. And so he falls like 50 feet into the ocean, and he is found.
Him, White, and the guy with no legs. They all fall.
Yeah. But only BJ's found.
Yeah.
And he's taken to a
looks like
an asylum.
Oh, yeah. They mentioned it's asylum, huh?
Yeah, and he's in a coma. He's vegetative. Like he can't he's not moving. He's in a coma. Coma? Yeah, I don't know. He's just
I guess.
Yeah, that's a coma.
I think well,
I guess. I don't know.
Are you awake when you're in a coma though?
Yeah, okay. You're right. He's vegetative. He's
just in
the...
he just can't move his body or talk.
Well, he also doesn't like know how much time is passing. Like time is all weird to him.
Yeah.
But he can think, and he doesn't really know what's going on. But he sees the people who are taking care of him at this asylum.
Yeah.
There's Anya, the head nurse, her mom and dad who run the hospital, and. So they have people here who are, suffering from mental illness. Yep. And as he witnesses over the years, the Nazis will come by every now and then and take some of them. And, they protest and they don't want that. But then eventually they have to give them up. And that happens throughout, years. And then, at some point, there's a... And the whole time Anya's working with BJ, like working to make him better or take care of him. And one day the Nazis show up and say this asylum is going to be closed down, and to kill everyone who's vegetative, or everyone who has mental illness. And so they start shooting them, and
they try to intervene.
Yeah, Anya's parents get killed in the crossfire.
Yeah, that sucks so much. Because like in that time lapse that you see or whatever, or just what BJ sees, you just see them gather around a table and they're cool and all. And then you also know that they take it doesn't matter how much time has passed. They haven't killed you or anything like that. And they basically kept BJ alive. And I think it really sucks when that happened.
Yeah, and then they during the scuffle they knock out Anya, and they
take her.
They're like, shit, what do we do? Yeah, I guess we just take her. And so they take her, and then they're gonna go kill BJ, and that's when you get control again. Yeah. BJ wakes up from his 14-year coma, and he he
doesn't know. It's been 14 years.
You don't know, yeah.
But yeah, it's been 14 years.
And then there's this hospital escape from this hospital mission.
Yeah.
And
you go through that.
You can play it stealth or guns a-blazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did. Did you do stealth?
I knew about stealth, but I think I failed in the beginning, so I was like, fuck it, whatever. I definitely did in the beginning, then after that I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to go guns blazing.
Yeah, some new mechanics are introduced here. You tossing knives and silencers for your pistol, right?
Yes. Well, I got that during the tutorial, but I don't remember if I picked that up already.
Okay.
In that level.
And then so BJ and Anya escape, and they go to her grandparents.
The only new enemy in there is a flying machine gun. I don't
like those ones, honestly. They're not fun to fight.
They honestly, they suck, but they don't show up as much as I thought they were going to.
The
which is good.
Times they do show up, I'm like,
fuck, like just get my shotgun out. But even
they're
then,
hard to shoot.
Yeah.
They're annoying. They they just eat up your health, and they
just take a lot of time.
They self-destruct on you if you like kill them.
God,
so it's just like they're the worst. I hope they're not back. Anyway, so then
you guys leave.
Yeah, you get to Anya's grandparents, and it turns out you've brought a Nazi with you in the trunk.
I thought that was I thought it was interesting because
he hid. He hid in the trunk of the car during the gunfight because he's a coward.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's what I take from it.
I thought he was already like cuffed or whatever, and I thought he was being taken for questioning or something.
No, he wasn't cuffed because BJ opens the door and he like tries to kill BJ. Remember? And BJ has to knock him out.
Right.
And then Anya's grandparents and you fill BJ in, tell him it's 1960.
Yeah.
And the war is over. Nazis won. Like there is no resistance. There's nothing. And BJ is like, well, I have to have faith that there's a resistance.
And if not,
can't be living in this society.
Yeah.
And so,
if not, he's gonna fucking just do it on his own because he kind of doesn't have anything else to live for. I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's no U.S. Government that could help him. And so he, I love that part when you're interrogating the Nazi because they give you control of not the interrogation, but like just a moment before it. It's a very Quentin Tarantino. This game feels like a Quentin Tarantino movie sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
In a good way, it's the like Inglourious Bastards or something, right?
Is it like the tension of like getting every torture device, or like the
it's
span?
just he's yelling at you. This Nazi is yelling at you, tied up to a chair, right?
Yeah,
he's just
threatening you and everything, or bargaining,
kind of pleading. Yeah, he's like going through a lot of emotions. And you're quietly just digging through, like, this shed, looking for an apron, putting on your goggles.
Yeah,
and, like,
you see.
Getting some gas for a chainsaw. It's just, like, quiet. It's just so funny. And then, and then as you get the chainsaw, he starts stabbing you, and that's kind of freaky.
Like, that was so weird.
Yeah, and then you have to, like, jam our right stick to, like, punch him.
Yeah, I thought that mechanic's weird because like when that happened first time with the dog, I was like, okay, so am I dead? Why is this dog still biting me? And I was like, oh shit, okay,
jam the stick. Yeah,
yeah, which I thought was interesting.
Make sure you don't like lose enough health, and then so he gets information out of that Nazi, and then they head to where do they go to? There's a checkpoint. The grandparents drop off BJ and Anya, who are gonna go look for this resistance, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They mentioned there's like a prison that you need to go to,
right?
Or a bus that takes you to like a prison,
right? So,
yeah.
This part of the game is what I'm talking about, where it's kind of open, and I think it's cool.
Yeah.
So it's like you get to this outpost. There's two like separate camps, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Three camps. Two smaller ones and one main camp. And this feels like a Far Cry, like fort outpost or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's like
I could see that. Yeah,
you can just take it from whichever direction. You can go stealth. You can go around. You can take out lights. You can
go
stealth people.
Loud.
You can You can rip gun turrets off of the hinge that they're sitting on in this game and just use that. You can pick up any gun in this game. Every gun except for like unique guns that you only have one of. Every gun you can dual wield. And this game is one of those games where fine aim doesn't really help you out. Like shooting from the hip is just as accurate. So dual wielding is definitely like the way to go in huge firefights.
That's like similar to Battlefront, the newest one for EA.
You can dual wield in Star Wars Battlefront?
No, sorry. Let me clarify. The aim down sights or the fine aim doesn't matter. You could do just the same with just hip firing.
Gotcha. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, like you take out this outpost in any way, and I found that really fun.
Yeah.
And that's
again, I've said this before, and I might have said it in the podcast. I love like stealth mechanics in like video games, and if there's ever an option, I'm definitely gonna try doing that. and it feels pretty good. I think there's some glitchy parts of the stealth mechanics, like the AI, kind of talking more towards that, but like it feels all right.
I love when you throw a knife at a dude and you hit him in the butt or the back of the leg or something, and it just kills him silently. Yeah. No, you don't even have to hit him anywhere vital. You throw a knife at a guy. I think it hit his hand. Foot. He's just like dead on the floor. It just dies. It's really good. And then so they get to the train, Anya and BJ.
Yeah.
And
again, a new enemy that comes up is like this weird big machine.
Those like mechs. Yeah.
Yeah. So my question for you is, how did you kill it? What I did is like you get like these Tesla grenades, and you could disable them for a second.
Yeah.
And then they have a weak point in the back, and you just shoot that a couple of times, and then they die. Did you do anything different, or?
Yeah. Because during this playthrough, I hadn't played this game in a minute, right? So I forgot how you're supposed to fight them. Okay. And they have these grenades that they shoot, which kill the turrets that you have.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because I like learned that the hard way, because I would man the turret, and then I'd go to turret and get hit by the grenade.
Oh, gotcha.
Would just be out of ammo.
Oh, interesting.
So I found out that if you throw the grenades at them, it stuns them for a second. So during that time, I would pick up the giant turret and just blast as many shots into them as I could. I think it just like overpowered them eventually with, all my guns. I used all of them. I used the dual machine guns. I used everything I had, and eventually I sunk enough damage into them that they died.
So so they have like armor on top of them, right? Do you just have to get rid of a panel and they just keep shooting at that area, or do you think you have to shoot like all the armor first?
I didn't know they had a weak spot. That's really cool. I wish I knew that.
I mean, I didn't know either until I like stunned them and went behind, because I do like in actual I'll say it anyways. Actual tactical skill games, I guess, specifically Dark Souls. You kind of want to observe your enemy or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I would stun them and then look around. And then I noticed there's like a glowing spot near its head, or on the lower part of its head.
Yeah, I shot it in it has like an eye thing, right? You know, that like lens thing that it has.
Yeah.
And I was shooting at that, and I blew off chunks of armor around it, and there was like, when I shot it, it would like kind of bleed out this like liquid, this like yellow. Yeah. And I was like, that's good. I was like, that's where I'm supposed to hit. It's clearly like hurting it because it's bleeding this liquid. And so I just shot it there.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Because I didn't know any other way, because I ended up running out of grenades. But I did end up finding them for the second one. But yeah, you get those enemies.
Yeah, and they drop armor. Bigger enemies in this game when they die, and the dogs, and like sometimes regular enemies, like they'll drop armor. There's that funny
the
meme
batons count as armor.
There's that funny meme of BJ, eating dog food, because you get health from dog food. Yeah. So he's like eating dog food, and he has like 14 Nazi helmets like on top of his head.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so every time you pick up a Nazi helmet, it just adds to your armor total.
Yeah, it's I didn't think of it like that, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
And then what is it after that? It's a train, right?
Yeah, it's a train. Yeah. So you end up
the whole thing sequence.
Yeah, the whole thing with you going through there with Anya's parents, which, by the way, his dad is so cool.
Grandparents.
Grandparents. Her grandparents, or granddad and grandma, they're so chill. And also his the grandpa is like is badass as fuck.
Yeah, what does he say to BJ as they're leaving? He gives him his clothes, like which he wore when he was young. And then he's like, "Oh, you're handsome."
This is before going to before going to the checkpoint.
Before that mission, yeah. And he goes like, "You take care of her," like about Anya, and he like leans in real close. He goes, "Because if she gets hurt, I'm gonna find you."
I'm gonna
and
fucking kill you.
And then he's just like, and BJ doesn't give him any attitude. He's just like, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, and I like that, which is I
BJ's a very respectful person. Yeah, I
love the respect he gave him because like hell yeah, you know, because I'm pretty sure like BJ understands like a father's still gonna be a father because like the shit has been going down.
Yeah, well, throughout the game, I love BJ's interactions with people. He's like a cool dude. Like you think he's like you think you know his. Like when you start up the game and you look at BJ, you're like,
he's like a buff guy. Like
yeah, he's like,
it just seems like he cares about himself.
Guy, just like any other video game character. He's not this like badass like he's like, I mean, he's funny sometimes and he'll make jokes, very funny jokes, I think. But he's like also like really introspective, like, and he like there's this whole
like
sequence
he's woke.
Later.
I think he's woke.
Sure. Well, and I mean, there's this whole sequence later in the game where like he's like thinking about past trauma, like as you're swimming. He's like,
yes, I thought that was interesting.
Almost drowned, you know, like it's just like it's like he's much more like sensitive and like thoughtful than like he appears, which is cool.
Yeah.
So there's this part in the train that's coming up, which I love this sequence for many reasons, but there's no action in this sequence. It might as well have been a cutscene. But it's a first person sequence where you play through it, and I love it. Like there's cutscenes in between, but like BJ's riding the train with Anya to get to that prison, and he gets some coffee for them, and as he's walking back, this Nazi officer lady stops him, says, "You can set the coffee down," you know, and then asks him to sit down. And so she introduces herself. She's Frau Engel. There's her boy toy Booby, and and there's like this one of those robots that you fought earlier that are really hard. So like this is an area I should probably not be messing around in because I'll probably die. She says, "Let's do a test to see if there's any impure blood in you." And it's this kind of tense moment, right? Like where she puts the cards down and asks
and you don't want to give away anything because you're getting closer, because BJ is getting closer to getting to at least the prison bus to find more resistance people.
And the only way you can fail this test really is if you go for the gun, which she says she asks you not to.
Okay.
Did you go for the gun?
No, but
yeah, you get killed really bad.
But pretty much what happens is I just choose shit, and I was trying to think like her, I guess, like can I say Nazi? Is Nazi's fine, right?
She's a
like,
Nazi.
Yeah,
they're Nazis.
So,
okay.
I don't know.
We're not comparing these people to Nazis. You're literally fighting Nazis in this game.
Yeah, so I was trying to think like a
National Socialist Party.
I was trying to think like a Nazi to help BJ stay undercover.
Yeah,
so I just picked
like
things.
Like a photo of like a skull and like an eyeball or something. It's like and she'll be like,
well, that's like the last thing that she shows me. At least that's what.
Oh,
she
right,
showed me.
because it's like at first it's like which excites you, and it's like an eye and a smile.
Yeah,
It's like which something else, and then
it's
which
definitely
makes you happy.
a tense moment though, because I definitely definitely had to think about what I need to choose.
Well, what did she say? She's like, which of these pictures disgusts you? And there's like a skull and like a spider or something. And then she goes, and if you pick one,
it doesn't matter which one you pick, right?
She grabs your hand and she gets really close and she goes, "This will be the last question. Choose wisely."
Yeah.
And then you pick one, and then she tells you that it was just a joke. And Booby says,
"Well, no, no, go ahead. If it goes the way
she says like you can already tell who's impure, right? Like this isn't a real test.
No, she said like if you really had pure blood, you would have went for the gun.
Impure, yeah. Like
if impure?
Yeah. Like if you're,
I thought you said when you are.
No.
Okay.
No, she was saying like if you were not a Nazi, you would have went for the gun. And she's like laughing, and so they let you go. Yeah, because they wouldn't let you go.
Okay, no, yeah.
Like, no.
Okay, so I read that wrong.
Okay, no, they would have killed him.
Yeah.
Or captured him or something. But
probably kill him.
So him and Anya. So he gets back to the room with Anya, and he's shaken from this experience.
Yeah.
And then they have sex.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
have
like
an
a
intimate
really
moment.
yeah, it's cool. It's like a cool like just like
It's
matter
cool
of
sex scene.
fact.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a very matter of fact thing. There's no
Yeah.
like like skirting around it. Will they? Won't they? It's just like, hey, this is OTP. This is your couple right here.
Yeah.
They like each other. They're adults. They don't have any thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Move on. And so from then on,
the thing is too, like they, like in war, you still need something to worth fighting for, or whatever is what BJ kind of says, and like this is they having sex or whatever, just having some sort of pleasure kind of relieves that tension.
well, it's interesting, right? Because earlier in the game, when BJ, I think it's the first thing you see in the game is he's like on a beach chair, and there's like a barbecue. Someone's making barbecue, and he doesn't know what that is, but like it's this dream that he has.
Before the train, at least.
I think it's the first thing you see in the game in 1946. I think he has this dream, doesn't he?
Maybe. I definitely the beach.
No, like a beach chair, like a.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I remember that being later on in the game, though.
Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought that was like the first thing you see.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I think it is.
You see Anya's face, though.
No, before you see it, you don't see Anya's face.
Okay.
We're thinking of two different cuts. Yeah, they referred back to that cutscene.
Okay, well, there you go. There's that.
Yeah, you don't see Anya's face. You see you don't see the person, but so that's like his fantasy, his the hope that he's fighting for.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that sequence, they did this really cool cut, by the way.
Yeah,
I love it. It's first person. You get control of the game, and it's Anya's face is in front of BJ because they're lying in bed, and she wakes up and she goes, "I know where the prison is," and she gets up and she goes to the window of the train, and then she opens it, and then she's actually opening the screen transitions into another scene where she opens a window of a hotel room, and they're both dressed in their
they're fully clothed.
Yeah, in their outfits, their resistance outfits, and they're getting ready to go. And I love that cut because it's match on action. And then after that it's this stealth mission where you rescue the person that you saved. In your case it was Wyatt.
Yeah.
And then after that you get taken to the resistance headquarters. Which is this little hub that you can hang out in before submissions, and do a lot of character stuff with people that you don't need to do in order to progress the game, but you can do stuff like Max. So you meet the new members of the team who've been running the resistance. So it's
I have a question for this bit, but go for it.
Okay, yeah. So you meet Caroline.
Yes.
There's this woman who BJ knows from the past, and I think she's in Wolfenstein, the 2006 game, I want to say.
Okay, thank you. That was my question, because I was like, I don't remember her at all.
Yeah, so they have a past.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're partners or something. I don't remember. I think she's just like one of your partners. You fight alongside her. And I think it's she seemed to die or something, or I don't know. I never played that game.
He probably thought she was missing or dead. That's for sure.
Yeah, and they both get
reunited.
Yeah, and they exchange quick war stories. Show off their scars.
Let's say who's worse off.
Yeah, but they're happy to see each other. She's paralyzed from the leg down. She took a hit to the back somehow, and it severed her spine.
Yeah,
and then you meet, depending on if you say Fergus or Wyatt, it's different. This one person is different. It's either Jay, who's like Jimi Hendrix, or it's Tekla, this woman who's a little eccentric. But you got Jay. He's a musician, and he wants to fight against. He's cool. Yeah, he is cool. They're both cool. It sucks that you can't get both. But
yes, that sucks.
The other people you meet
Klaus.
Klaus, thank you. I was searching for that
You're
name.
welcome.
Klaus, he was a former Nazi. He still has his Nazi tattoos.
Yep.
And BJ immediately attacks him, thinking he is a Nazi. But he's on the resistance, and then his like surrogate son Max, who
it's his son.
No, it's surrogate. Like he's taken a fatherly role to him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, okay. Because this is a guy who he's got like a dent in his head, and his
he's a big dude too. Like,
he's
tall.
very tall, very
like
big.
Samoan. Think The Rock. I guess.
He's got brain damage, and he would be killed. Like if the Nazis will kill anyone who's like infirm.
Well, yeah, they killed like a lot of people that are like vegetized. They're like in the hospital.
Asylum,
so
I mean, we all know what the Nazis did. Like the way they operate. So Max is a target. Max would be
definitely
a target, and so he
shoot on sight type.
He's kind of he's childlike. He has toys, his little toys, and like during this little hub area, you can find he loses his toys at one part of the game. You can find them for him. You can talk to Jay and like continue his story, and you can do all these different things for all these people, and I think it's neat. It's a little like R&R, no action sequence,
Yeah. There's another character in there too called Bobby, I believe.
There is Bobby. Yeah, he's very angry. Very angry man who is tired of it, and
he just wants for it to be over.
Yeah, and so in this
he
next
slept.
They have a mission coming up where they have to infiltrate something. What was it?
They have to go.
Is this before or after they find out about Dot Ishud?
This is before for sure.
Okay,
but they need to go back to prison because they find.
Is this the part?
They have to find out some information. Yeah.
Wait. What's the part with Bobby driving and blowing up the car?
That's after.
Oh, okay. Okay. So So there's this prison sequence in the game where BJ gets his arm. He goes into a concentration camp. And he gets marked on his arm with the numbers. And and there's another area. It's like a hub. You could do side missions for people and get like, little bits of story from people here and there. Yeah. And like, this prison's kind of separated into different areas, and then you meet this man named Set, and he's like the last living member of the Dot Ishud, which is this old Jewish society organization, like secret society, and the reason the Nazis are so powerful right now, one of the reasons is that they're using Dot Ishud technology. They have like advanced form of concrete, the super concrete. Wait, why'd you say fuck?
I think where Bobby blows up is
before.
Is it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Why did he blow himself up? What were you infiltrating?
Huh?
You were infiltrating something, weren't you?
Yes.
And he said, "Don't let this go to waste, Blasco." And he like blows up.
I think Anya found out some information, and they mentioned something.
That's what it is. Yeah, they're looking for like
because
papers on super concrete or something.
Yeah, and then you end up before all this, really, you get this gun that you can like.
That mechanic of the game.
Yeah, you could get this gun that can melt through fences and stuff.
Yeah, and then you get like a better version of it in this level, in the level before this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Forgot. He definitely blows himself before you go to the prison.
Yeah, so and then so you meet Set. He's this he's a member of Dot Ishud, and he
in the prison.
He you have to help him escape out of prison.
Yeah, disable security, and then
it's
open the gates pretty much.
Kind of you don't really get too many like weapons and stuff during a lot of this sequence.
It's mostly stealth. I stealthed it,
but you run into Frau Engel again, and towards the end of it, she is about to kill you, but you've Set hacked the robot to attacking her, and it disfigures her face, and she's gone, and you don't know if she's dead or not.
Well, before that, like Set like had the machine crush her face a little bit, and then she was able to escape, or she get unfaced, and then she's crawling towards she's crawling towards you, and then she just gets really up close and personal.
Yeah, it's scary. I like it.
Yeah, that thing was that. Like I the reason why I like first person shooters is because you do kind of get a little more immersive, and it kind of gets a little more skillful when you're aiming and stuff. Even though this one doesn't count, but yeah, this where when she came up, I was like, I definitely like sit back on my seat and was like, oh god, okay, yeah, that's cool, that's nice. Set, can you please get her off of me? And then Set throws her.
Face but she's not even like, she doesn't even care about the pain. She's just like,
nope,
like
she's bleeding.
Hate is all she has now for you.
Yeah.
And then so BJ and Set escape.
Yes.
Bobby killed himself in a way to get you inside a thing earlier. Skip ahead. You guys have to go to the moon right after this, or is it the underwater thing?
I think it's underwater thing.
Okay, yeah. You take a submarine to the Dottie Shid thing.
Wait. Well, yeah. Okay,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
it's cool. Like eventually, the levels get crazy. There's a level on the moon. There's a level where there's low gravity and no sound in space type of thing.
Yeah.
And you use energy weapons. Very Star Wars. There's a level underwater, like in a German U-boat. It all culminates with BJ crashing a spaceship into London Nautica, and you fight your way through. And eventually at the end of the game, well, I mean, am I skipping? I'm skipping levels, but am I skipping big beats? I mean, it's fun. It's all good. Every level is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is the I forgot what it was called, but the magic area where you even get the ball and stuff.
Right. They get this new weapon where it's Dottie Shid weapon, and it like is a ball that like shoots cables out, all around for a really long radius, and then like constricts and just like destroys bridges and buildings or whatever you need to hit. And also there's a part I could do without in the later game where it's like this long underwater sequence where you're piloting this mini sub thing with a breather on it and you're lasering things. I didn't find that very fun, but I was like, one of these sequences. But anyway, like back to the main point of the game, you get to the part where you're attacking Death's Head's compound again, right?
Yes.
In his current day compound, and the Nazis raid your headquarters first, and I think Jay or Tekla, whoever you had, they'll like suicide run them and like die in the process. Yeah.
So what does Tekla? Is that her name?
Yeah, I think she like shoots them and then like has a grenade or something.
Okay, because Jay, he just rocks out, I guess.
And then like they kill him.
He doesn't kill him. I think he just plays and then he dies.
Yeah, he gets killed. I mean,
but then BJ would kill him. I would stay to kill him.
You would kill him. You would waste his sacrifice diversionary tactic and show.
Yeah, I did. I noticed that. I was like, oh shit, fuck him.
But you want revenge. But
yeah,
there's so you get to Death's Head, and it turns out that the person you didn't save early on is turned into a monster robot person.
Well, one thing.
Okay. Go ahead. Might be stop me whenever.
Yeah. Well, this might be important for the new Colossus or Colossus.
Triangle's still alive.
Bambi. Booby. You're going up this one area before to get to Death's Head, and it was pretty much a jump scare because I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" So you have BJ's just climbing up, and then like to this vent area, and then right there, just pretty much like a scripted scene happens, and Booby, I don't know why I don't remember his name. He comes up and he puts a sedative inside you, and it's like it was just really creepy. And he does the same thing too, where he gets up close.
Yeah, he's like cutting you. He's cutting you open. And then and you can't move, so you're just taking, like, it's in first person, so it's like you see your health indicator just like drop and drop as every time he stabs you, and then
Booby, he ends up he calls up
Frau
one lady, Frau Engel,
Engel,
Frau Engel, and she now knows that he has BJ, and then once you gain control and you kill him,
you
can you not kill him?
Neck. No, you have to kill him. You bite his like neck off, and then
you bite his neck off.
The head. Yeah, but he's like hella dead. He's the most dead.
Yeah, he's definitely. You like put the knife that he stabbed you with, like through his
like under his chin. Into his, like the top of his head, and then I think he stabs him in the head again for good measure, like on the side of it.
Yep.
And but Frau Engel is just like screaming.
Yeah, and then she
turns off the video call.
No, she leaves.
She leaves it. Yeah.
She just got up from her chair. Are you? It feels like you don't have to kill them though, because
you absolutely kill. I think you kill them.
But like they wouldn't leave because they give you like as you have the knife and the person on either hand, all you have to do is just press one button. And if I've never not pressed the button to find out what happens.
But you're thinking it's like a choice whether or not to kill.
I feel like it is, but like I don't know. I obviously wouldn't, but I think it's interesting.
You obviously wouldn't. Like you would kill him.
I would kill him. Yes, yeah. I obviously would kill him.
Honestly, yeah. Maybe it's just me playing video games for so long. I never even considered not killing him after he he's so evil. He's one of the evil. Yeah. He's all these Nazis are very killable. You don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, like. Video games, a lot of times they have this moral thing where it's like, hey, think about the people you're killing, and it's like kind of like a different. This game gives you a different angle on it where it's like you don't have to feel bad right now.
You don't have to think.
These are horrible monsters. These are the monsters. These are mankind's monsters, and like don't worry about it. Like. We're not gonna like try and like, make the war feel gray. These are just the worst people, and they're gonna do horrible things, and they're in your way. So it's like, and they're like, like it revels in it. It's like Mortal Kombat style, right? Like you shoot a dude with a shotgun, his legs will go missing. You like stealth kill a dude, and BJ will like stick a knife into his neck, or you know what I mean? It's like he also has a lot of like. It's violent. It's a violent game, but it's like, violent stuff happens to you by these people. Stuff happens.
That's true.
Klaus, I think, dies right around this scene when the Nazis attack or something, right?
Yes. Yeah.
There's that cool part where you're stealing helicopters, and Caroline has that line like because BJ says like,
that's like in the very beginning.
Yeah, and she's like, "Don't be like." Learned how to fly. Like I don't know, really good writing.
Yeah,
like, it's not really like saying anything, but it's also like it doesn't need to be. It's like good popcorn.
It's fun. Yeah,
but it's like got brains. I think it's not like a stupid. It's not a stupid game. It's not like really saying something profound, but it's I don't know. It's great.
It's good. It's a good line. I agree. Yeah,
and then
I want to in that scene, and then for the scene with. Bobby, I don't fucking A. Booby, with Booby, with the scene with her,
B-U-B-I.
Booby, with Caroline, when you're being attacked and everything, and then in that secret like area or whatever, Wyatt ends up finding, or whoever you say it, I guess maybe he'll put it. Fergus puts it on too. You find this suit. That pretty much like suits you up, and I guess it gives you your legs back too, and you become like basically Iron Man, Hulk type situation.
Caroline puts it on.
Yeah, she puts it on, and it's. I thought that was badass because I was like, cool, shit, hell yeah, Wyatt. Oh wait,
ass.
What?
She's like running around like killing all the Nazis.
Yeah,
and, like nimble like a ninja.
Yeah, and then in that scene, like you're on the ground or whatever, right? And then she helps you up, and you see her because like the mask or the helmet bit like tears apart like every other like sci-fi kind of thing that happens. And then she just picks you up, and then I'm pretty sure she says like almost like another one-liner, or just says like, "Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go kill some more Nazis." And then as she says that, the freaking helmet like collapses back into a helmet.
Yeah, it does that like Iron Man vanquish all.
Yeah,
those,
and then she
like,
and then she jumps.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like that Michael Bay Transformer thing where it's like just mess of information just happening. Where it's like the plates come like I think this one's like hexagonal plates, right?
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
Just reattach.
It's very geometric. And then the other thing
that's Should technology, right?
Yes.
Going back, not win the war.
I have no idea.
These suits.
Why didn't they have those in the beginning? To be honest, I guess they didn't fight it. But going back to Booby, I think just thinking about it now, I think the option is there to give the player the gratification of executing, maybe, because I think I'm kind of getting that impression too. If not an option to not kill him or kill these people,
it's like okay, so I'm gonna go a little further into the game. But it's gonna round back to this point, okay?
Yeah.
So, when you fight the final boss after you beat the, Fergus or Wyatt robot,
yes,
who asks you to kill him, he can't control his actions, type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like being programmed. You beat that robot, it's sad. Then you fight Death's Head. He's in a robot, and you blow up the robot, and then he's like, hurt or whatever, and it's like gives you like another one of these like kill that dude, go up and like knife him, and as you go to knife him, as you start stabbing him, he tricks you. He had a grenade, and so that's like one of those like it's a twist because you've already done it with Booby and you've done it to like other Nazis, I'm sure. Like
I can't. Booby's the only one that comes to mind when executing.
Yeah, that's true. But like
I don't remember anyone else.
Like anytime you stealth kill a dude or like you run up to one when you're like fighting him gunfight and you run up and you hit smash R3,
like you get that option.
BJ will like stab them from up close or something. It's like that sort of thing, but like this time like Death's Head like laughs in your face. He has a grenade, he blows himself up but hurts you, and then BJ's on the ground, he's hurt real bad, right? And their plan was to like bomb Death's Head's compound from above, and BJ and all the people get out. They rescued everyone except for BJ, who's still in the compound, and he I think he's like, doesn't he quote like this? He quotes the Statue of Liberty, and then he
bring me your sick or something. As you see Anya with a lamp, like not subtle. But like, great, I like it. Yeah.
And then,
oh no, that makes sense. No, sorry, damn.
That's good. And then, as like the planes are flying overhead, the game ends, and that's Wolfenstein. But I mean, like, one mechanic thing we didn't talk about, shooter wise, I really like this game. I think it's got really good shooting. You really feel like you're hitting people. I like that it doesn't have full regenerating health. It has this like check bar system, kind of basically like it's increments of 20, and like whatever health you like, it'll always round up to the nearest like
20
like like 100, 80, 60, etc. And but like you have to have health packs or healing pickups in order to like get any more than that. You can overcharge your health, which is a really fun idea, where you take like more than your maximum amount of health, and like it'll like slowly decrease, but you can like have that extra buff for going into like a hectic fight or something. You can hold any two weapons, any one weapon, two of them you can hold, okay? And one thing I found myself doing a lot in this game is the assault rifles have a option to switch to a grenade launcher, like a missile launcher actually. And so I would make my left assault rifle shoot missiles, and my right assault rifle shoot bullets. And that way it was like in a lot of first person shooters, third person shooters, you get like a gun that's like an assault rifle grenade launcher combo. But I would have that noob tube, and I would have the noob tube but with two guns, I'd have my left one shoot missiles while my right one shoots machine gun fire. And so
that's good.
Yeah, and like
good.
They have this really cool mechanic I love in this game. It's kind of like, I think Rainbow Six has this too. It's this lean mechanic, right?
Yeah.
And you can do it. You can't go prone in this game, but you can crouch and lean down, which is going prone. And it's mapped to L1, and it's controlled with the left stick. And so if you're in a place of cover, there's no cover system like, hit this button and you'll snap to this cover.
Yeah.
But like the game automatically knows. If you're using find aim, it knows you want to peek out. But if you can just use a lean system. Yeah. I really like that. And
it's fun.
I don't know. It's a cool shooter. It feels great. It feels better than most first person shooters I play. It's scripted enough, but it's also like freeform enough. And it's got a great story. And I don't know. I love this game. I think it's a great game. I think it's it's cross-gen, right? It came out for PS3 and PS4, I think. It's one of the first this generation games that I was like, oh hell yeah. This is like a throwback in a good way, it feels old school. Good. And I don't know. I can't wait to play the new Colossus. How'd you feel about this one?
It was pretty good. It definitely is different. It goes back to the old style of like first person shooters.
No multiplayer, by the way.
No multiplayer for sure.
I think that's kind of interesting. Like they just focus down on like telling a good campaign.
Yeah, I never really abused the lean too much. At least for sure the prone, quote unquote prone lean, which thinking about it.
I think you have to do it once in the game. Like there's like a door with a slot at the bottom, and like it won't open until you kill the Nazi behind it.
Yeah, and that's it. I feel like there was more times that you could have probably done it, or we could have probably done it, but I disregarded that mechanic at least to like prone.
Do you like it when you when you're shooting at a bunch of dudes and doing a firefight, and then sometimes a dude will be on the ground, but he won't be dead, and he'll be shooting at you.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I just shoot them.
Yeah, I tried to kill him again, but kind of think of it the same way as Battlefield Royale, where they're probably gonna just die anyways.
Well, I learned that because of that one part where you're shooting them in the foot, like through the grate. There's that like little slit in the bottom of the door.
Yeah,
and you look down, and you can only see his feet, so you shoot his feet, and he fell on his back, and he started shooting at me, and I was like, oh shit, he still had to shoot him,
Yeah,
but
okay.
Yeah,
so
there's
shooting his feet. But yeah, I didn't use that mechanic too much. But
I mean,
yeah, I mean it's good. It didn't have the whole. I'm not sure if it has it in the other first person shooters like Call of Duty or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
At least in story, the whole like hit marker type thing.
Was there crosshair in this game too? Did you say is there crosshairs?
Yeah,
there's a great crosshair. Okay. It's a little oval thing, like two it's like two parentheses kind of in the middle of the screen, tiny, and it turns red when it's on a person. It's perfect.
That's right.
And it's incredibly accurate.
I guess you can
shoot people in the head, but like in stealth, this is what I always do in stealth, is like I have my silent pistol, right, and I don't aim down sights. I hold L1, lean around a corner, shoot the dude in the head. I always do that. Mm-hmm. And it has hit markers. When you get hit, it's like a circle around your screen, and like the part you got hit, is basically showing. Like if you got shot in the back, it'll mark red below, and if you get shot from the side, etc. Whichever side you got hit on. It does that.
It's either I'm used to that, or I didn't see like the whole like the 4 sticks in the center of your screen that show up white and then red if you kill someone. But I guess I don't know. Just like in Call of Duty, like when you kill someone.
Yeah, the little X.
You get a little X, yeah.
Oh, that sort of hit marker. Hit marker for if you're hitting them.
Yes.
There's a lot of blood usually.
Like that. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's probably because I played it a lot and I didn't really notice it, but I guess it felt more invisible to me.
No, yeah. There's no hit marker like that. There's none of that like little X because it's just that red thing. I think it does a thing where like maybe the screen flashes very subtly whenever you kill a dude, or like there's a little sound cue or something.
Yeah.
But
when you stealth, for sure.
yeah, it's loud.
You get like this very
it's like scary.
It's music that plays for like a second, and it makes it seem like you have been detected.
Yeah, it's kind of funky.
Yeah. But like the other thing too is that like the there it goes. It's happening again, June. Towards the end of every podcast, I always want to say something.
No worries.
Gone. Go for it.
All right, let's take a break and move on to the next section. Unless you have any final thoughts, because I love this game.
Oh yes. So in a I guess logical type thought, or the way I perceive story games, at least so far, is I go through it as a logical sense, and the game's story really it is good in the fact that like I did get emotional at points when they are executed. So like when people died, when people succeed, when some of the people that we were with succeed, or if we succeed, like I think that, like I guess like the writing is good, the way the camera's positioned, everything is good. It's good. I love it. I like the story.
Yeah, hell yeah, great game.
Hell yeah.
There's
sorry.
expansion standalone content pack thing where it's a new mission, new like gameplay, new weapons.
Oh, interesting.
Zombies. It's cool.
Classic.
It's good. It's a throwback sort of thing. Even more so. It's called Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. It takes place before Wolfenstein. This one. It leads up to getting to Death's Head compound in the beginning of this game, and it's pretty fun. It's shorter, but it's got a new mechanic. You use these pipes for something. Like I forget what it is. You get these two pipes, I think, and you connect them, and like forget what it is. But you also use them for melee kills and stuff. I really forget what the mechanic is now. It's it's something weird. It's like either you dig with it or like you like
interesting.
Use it to like climb up. No, I think you use it to climb up stuff. Like I think like you like. I could be misremembering, but maybe you'll get to places where you need to go up. So you put the pipes together and you climb it up and you bring them back out. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that game. I like that The Old Blood. I did a stream of that one too, as well as this one. And those two streams, Wolfenstein and Old Blood, New Order and Old Blood, those were some of the funnest gameplay streams I've done. And when Wolfenstein New Colossus comes out, I definitely want to stream that one too.
Yeah. And if you want to see that, you could go at twitch.tv/badfriendsbrigade.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I haven't streamed in many, many months. I don't know when I will again.
I said I was gonna stream as well, and for the speed runs, and that has not happened.
I mean, maybe this will be the game that brings me back in. All right, we're back, and
what up?
Kia just watched the trailers for the new Colossus, the sequel.
Oh
game.
Yeah.
That game looks sick. It looks like it has a lot of improvements over the original.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think maybe they'll use the prone aiming now. It looks like they're featuring that a lot in the game.
And one thing I like a lot is that gun that cuts through grates. They didn't show that once, but they did show a gun that just obliterates grates.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe it's quicker this time, because I remember when you're fighting Death's Head. Shit. Yeah, the final fight with Death's Head, going from blimp to blimp, cutting out grates and fences that like took a lot of time.
Yeah.
And it's like, and sometimes I wouldn't get the hole right, and I'd have to cut more.
Yeah.
It's like if they cut that out and they make it a little faster, that'd be better. A couple things from that trailer that like
stilts.
Well, that suit, like, why is BJ wearing this suit? And did you see? Caroline held down with the axe to her?
Oh wait, she was in there?
Yeah, like she was like on the ground, and Frau Engel was telling someone to cut her to kill her.
Shit! No.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't realize that was her.
I don't know how that's gonna play out. I hope.
Yeah.
I hope Caroline's fine, but
fuck, I hope too. I really liked her. That's cool.
What is it? Yeah, but I mean, I can't wait for that game. But what is it? So I mean, you want to talk about other games that we've been playing?
I mean, I wanted to just knock out Destiny 2.
Yeah,
real quick.
Let me hear all about it.
It's
max light level. What are you, 720 or whatever?
720.
I don't know. 400. No, 260.
No, definitely not.
What are the numbers? 260.
286 at least for all three of my characters.
Like soft cap. 260 or whatever.
Yeah, 265. I think essentially is the soft cap. Yeah. Hard cap is 350 for sure. But yeah, that's what this is like. Light level or power level is what they call it in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So basically, Destiny 2. Just real quick, it's an MMO. I realize that now, and I think it's an MMO.
No, what do you mean you realize it now? Destiny 1 was an MMO.
Yeah, it's bad, but I thought back then, and a few months or a few months ago when I realized it, I realized that all the expansions and stuff and DLC, I didn't think of them as like the expansion and DLCs as I did for like
WoW, Cataclysm or something.
WoW, or like Final Fantasy 11 or 14. They also had like similar DLC situations, and then they ended up being part of the initial purchase, and it's about the same amount as if you bought it the first time you bought it. And that's what really pissed me off about Destiny, the first one. And I'm realizing it now that it is an MMO, and I was like, oh shit.
Like, they're going to do that again. Like, you're going to get a fat expansion pack that comes out that's going to be like $30, right?
Yeah. And it's I'm just thinking about it. It's like, holy shit, I'm an idiot. And it also
you got to raise the level cap.
Yeah, and then it makes me upset about just MMOs now, because like how they do that, and it sucks.
Yeah,
because
what like sucks about it? Which is the part that bums you out?
Well, just the fact that like,
I mean, someone might argue.
It definitely is.
It's a full price product that has full priced content, and then later down the line, they're expanding it with even more content.
Yeah, and it's the same amount of price. So the people that are joining now...
it's not $60. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you feel like early adopters get punished.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
Then someone else could argue you're getting early experience.
Yes, because you're like gaining levels already.
Or no, like you're just playing it earlier too. Not only just gaining like actual levels, but like if you waited for the expansion pack, you might have waited months, or a year, half a year.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like Destiny and Taken King together, I think were like $40 when I was considering buying it. I didn't, but when I was considering buying it, it was around like $40 for that package, which is less than $60 for base Destiny.
Yeah, when you first got it. Yeah, and you got everything. Yeah, but yeah, it's essentially the same thing as WoW or like fucking Final Fantasy 11 and 14. The only difference is no subscription, which is the only plus from these MMOs.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the difference between a lot of MMOs and Destiny, right? There's no subscription for Destiny, but it's not free to play.
Definitely not free to play.
Which a lot of MMOs are free to play nowadays.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2 was at first subscription based, I think.
Yeah.
No, wait.
No, it was.
No. I don't think it was in the beginning.
You bought it, and it was subscription based, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you just bought it.
I think I remember you just bought it. Okay. And it wasn't subscription.
But it's still
that's why I wanted to get into it.
Yeah, it's still not subscription based, and it's free to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guild Wars 2, I've also never heard anything bad about it. I know there's an expansion you can pay for.
Yes.
But I hear like the base game of that game is also like solid as a rock. Like it's really
not bad.
Good.
It feels really good. I kind of want to pick it up now.
Yeah, so like when I hear that, I'm like, oh wow, if I was into MMOs, I guess the one I would go for is Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, so essentially like Destiny 2 is going to MMOs, like it's a grindy game. It's after you finish the story, which if you do it the way I do it, which is go through the fights that you don't have to fight and you have to get to the checkpoint. And I'm thinking a lot more as a programmer now, by the way, since I'm learning like Unreal and just programming and just scripting in general. And as soon as you hit the spot you're supposed to hit to trigger that next sequence, I just go for that now. Nice. But you could finish the main story.
Did that kill the game for you a little bit when you look at it like that? Or are you like
MMOs? No, not so much.
So you don't think that way about like you didn't feel that way when you were playing Wolfenstein?
No, definitely not. I mean, I still kind of look for exploits, sort of, but like first run throughs, I usually it's not really there unless I'm really try harding, which I don't.
Right, because like most games that aren't microtransaction MMOs, right, like they give you like games that don't have like an infinite, like let's say it's a video game where you can collect everything you want, and it's all in the game, you can just get it, okay. They don't make you feel like you're not getting, like you might need that push with some money, to get a little ahead. Unfortunately for games that are, subscription based or like, have long legs like that, like a big thing is that they do need to have people pay for it, right? Like Overwatch or like, Destiny or any game that has like, some sort of premium currency, like Injustice 2, a game I like a lot. They like dish out so little of that like it makes you feel like $20 is a steal. It's not that expensive, whereas like I'm putting so much time and effort into like leveling up this thing so I can get this thing, or like grinding out this mission or whatever, and like in like Injustice 2, you get these crystals or whatever, I forget what they're called, but that's the only way you can buy skins. You can also get skins, or not skins, colors, like Destiny shaders, right? Yes. And these shaders are sometimes they'll drop, but very rarely, and the only way to like to guarantee a get is to pay with this premium currency. The way to earn that premium currency is to level up your profile. Every time you level up your profile, it takes longer to level up your profile. You know what I mean? Like that. And you don't even
you're
get
saying
that
this
much.
for Injustice, right?
This is Injustice. I think Destiny has the same thing.
Same for Destiny 2. Yeah, once you reach
Destiny
max
1 too,
level, right? I don't know. I think I didn't play Destiny 2 all the way.
Destiny 1.
Destiny 1. I finished the story or whatever, right? But I didn't play like end game shit. I don't even think I had an exotic, which is like you get a lot of those now, which a lot of people aren't liking that too much, and I can understand why.
But Destiny 1 had that shader stuff. I remember like Injustice borrowed that idea from Destiny, which I remember I was like, oof, like rough. don't
like
borrow from that game.
The single use type thing,
the premium currency that like costs that you buy shaders with, but you can also get shaders from drops, or you can get that premium currency very like sparsely, like it takes a really long time to get that currency, but like you can also just pay money and get a shit ton of them,
just get it right away.
Well,
like in Destiny,
that's gross.
In Destiny 2, like to when you level up past level 20, which is max level, quote unquote level, the next thing you have to do after that is the grindy bit, which is get more armor, and better armor, better weapons, and that will increase your power level, which is essentially your end game level.
Question.
What's up?
Can you buy loot chests or guns or armor? You can't, right? Good.
The
it's all cosmetic, right?
Yeah, it's all cosmetic. That's all. Yeah. It's all stuff that's not really gonna be pay to win, which is good.
Two things.
I do like that.
2 points, divergent points. Okay. Yeah. One, that's cool. Pay to win, it's only cosmetic. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But on the other hand, hey man, in other video games, that would have just been an unlock. Why am I paying money for assets that are in the game? Why are you making me pay for that, right? That sucks. The cosmetics is still part of the game. Like, you can feel however you want about it. Some people care more about cosmetics than they would
for sure.
for stats, you know? So like, I mean, like Dark Souls, right? Dark Souls doesn't have any, you know, pay for this item content. They have expansion packs, which are like a whole, you know, new, very well made, usually like, you know, crazy big part of the game with that comes, you know, and when you explore that area, you might find new weapons and armor, whatever. But they won't like hide that stuff behind any, you know, it's not, that's like, that's a different thing, like entirely. And it's also like clearly something like that. Like, it's not something like, it's not something we cut out of the game to charge you more for. It's something that we're putting into the game down the line because we want to add to this experience. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Games are going in this direction, which I don't like, which is
microtransactions.
Microtransactions.
For sure, around there.
I mean, it's just like... Okay.
I honestly don't want to go too into this. We could probably talk about like next episode because we go on forever.
Let me just throw out one thing. Yeah.
Sure.
I was playing Tekken 7. Okay. In Tekken 7, there's a store, like a game store, right? I don't think there's any in-game currency that you buy with real money. There's none of that. Okay.
Right.
But you earn money as you play the game. You earn like gold or whatever, and you can spend it on different things. Okay. It takes a long time to get everything you want, right? Yeah. Once you play, I think it's like 200 matches of the game, like 200 matches total. Everything just is unlocked now.
Like, wow. Okay.
And I was like,
that's a lot of matches.
It's not. It's a fighting game. All you do is fight matches.
Oh, that's true.
Like it's like literally.
I mean, it seems a lot to a person that doesn't play that many fighting games, to be honest. But
I mean, like an arcade like ladder has like 7 fights or something, right? So it's like, that's already.
But essentially, like, how long do those fights last? Like 5 minutes?
What? Fighting game fights don't usually last 5 minutes. They're usually
how long? Like 3?
I don't know. Like each match has a timer of 90 usually, right? And like around there, and like that like timer never runs out because you always someone dies before that. Yeah, it's like max of 3 rounds usually, right? Like best 2 out of 3. So it's like maybe a minute 30 if it's long.
Okay. Yeah. Right? So
sometimes you'll like win in like 10 seconds. You'll like, you know, fuck someone up with a combo real fast. Especially Tekken. Tekken matches go, but like, you can like kill someone so fast in Tekken. And like, you know, if you just like, and I don't think it's like win. I think it's like play 200
just play.
Matches.
Okay. So I'm doing the calculations and it's only 30 minutes for that to be done.
Okay. It's way longer than 30 minutes. It took me a while. Maybe it's more than 200 matches. I don't remember how many.
Okay. Because like, 200 sounds like a little bit. No. Or a lot. Sorry. A lot.
Maybe it wasn't 200. Anyway, do you want to bring up something else?
I just wanted to finish Destiny because I don't want to get stuck with the whole like cosmetics, DLC. Well, I wanted to talk about DLC, but either way, let me go back and just into Destiny 2. Just what my
2,000 matches. Jesus, sorry. It did take a long time.
That's even longer.
But but it's a thing that you get at the end, so I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you apparently get everything, which
you
I think sucks a bit because like you're earning that stuff, aren't you? Sorry, I know I said I didn't want to sidetrack.
I mean, it's like 2,000 matches, and by that point, you should have everything. Yeah. So they're just like, here you go.
Yeah, here's the rest.
Yeah, right. You don't have to worry about it.
But yeah, with Destiny, I played. I kind of stopped playing for the last couple of days because I basically hit my that pleasure wall. I don't know what to call it for myself. But I've reached the max of where I would enjoy it. I got
done with Destiny 2?
I'm not done, but see, the thing is, like, end game. It's all about the end game for this game. It's just like what it seems like every other MMO, which I'm realizing.
I guess it'd be like 5 hours straight. By the way, okay, go on.
We'll go back to that after the podcast. But like I played it. I played through the story 3 times. I got my warlock Hunter and Titan. Titan's the one I started off with. So you got these end games. You have Nightfalls and raids. I have not been able to get a raid team going. I know there's a way that I can through the Destiny app.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used it before for Nightfalls when.
Is anyone else you know playing Destiny that you'd?
Yeah, Luis was on. Tanner was on. My other friend Goo was on, and they would play for a bit, and then there's most of the times
like hours, like 3 hours. More.
Well, I think for one sit down with a team that can fully do it, it takes about 6 hours total.
Yeah.
What is good though is
there's
that
only that one raid, right?
Yes. And I think it's still going to go on until maybe like I don't know how long it's going to be. But if what's cool about it is that if you guys get to this, once you guys get to certain checkpoints, you can lead the raid at any time, and the leader of that raid, as long as you team up with him and he starts the raid again, you guys will just progress wherever you were at, which is cool because
I heard a little.
I don't think a lot. I don't think a lot of people would want to like spend 6 straight hours in a raid because I don't think like the average person doesn't have that amount of time.
Like in one sitting. One thing I heard about this raid is so the loot rewards are different from Destiny 1. It's no longer randomized, and I think you get the same thing whenever you finish the raid. And you also get this like I don't know, forget what it is, but it's like this thing that like comes in handy after you would have finished the raid. You get those as early rewards,
like gifts. I mean, I'm not sure. Again, I didn't finish the raid. I've only seen people finish the raids. I didn't really pay too much attention about the end because the loot is kind of where this game is at. But
so you
that kind of sucks.
For the loot. Yeah. So the loot isn't unique. I don't think it's not like oh, I did this raid and Luis, you got the, exotic rocket launcher. Damn, Oh, I got an exotic. What is it? Oh, it's an exotic.
It's the same thing I had last time.
No, it's like you both are going to get the rocket launcher or whatever.
I see. Okay.
I think, and every time you run that raid again, you're just going to get the same thing. You're just going to get it again? Yeah, it's not like you're going to get...
So I think the thing with that, though, is like you'll get a bigger power levels, and that will help increase your power level, which is essentially the only way you could level up. But I mean, still, that sucks.
Yeah,
that
the thing
really
is,
sucks.
Destiny 1 didn't do that. Destiny 1 had this like random
full RNG.
Yeah, which like I mean, as much as I think RNG can suck sometimes, like it does keep a game more
balanced.
No, not balanced. More like definitely not balanced. RNG. Random.
I know, man, but like I don't. It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
It makes it more like it gives it longer legs, right? Like every time you open a loot box in Overwatch, you're like, "Am I gonna get that skin I want?" Oh no, I didn't. If like every time you open a level 20, once you hit level 20 in Overwatch, you are gonna get, Pharah's legendary skin. And once you hit level 40, you're gonna get Diva's legendary skin. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Like that doesn't even make sense. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like it's like I could see the game. I could see it being more
rewarding.
Oh, okay.
Way, kind of.
Here's a better example. Those weekly loot boxes. What if every time you opened those weekly loot boxes, it had the same reward?
It'd suck.
You would never do them after the first time.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? Like that's like the raid right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sucks. And I think my thing is you get to a certain point on this game where you have to do the raid. And you have to do like the Nightfalls. And the only way to do those is you could probably do Nightfall solo, but it takes so much time. You would progress further solo if you just did like global events, which that's not too important, but I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory. And just do that for like an hour, and you would get more loot than you would in a solo Nightfall. You pretty much just get to a point that even if you get like purple, which are legendaries, and they are your main component to stay at your current level and to keep up with the average level, I guess, and then that after that you get to a point where it's just capped, and the only way to level from there is to do your weekly shit. So like doing the first nightfall completions for the week, raids, crucible events, all that stuff. And then once you finish those and you go up just almost like an inch or a few levels up, you have to wait till next week to do it again. And that's pretty much where I'm at. And I haven't been able to. And other ways to do that too is if you're in a clan and you do these weekly nightfalls and the raids as a team, you get even more of those loots. But again, same situation. Once you're finished with those, you have to wait till the weekly reset, which is on Tuesdays, to increase your level. So,
I mean, if you don't play
grind.
Destiny, like I don't play Destiny, so like for people like when they hear when they hear you say that, they're like,
just turned off, right?
Is this game
like
why do I want? But it's like no, I get it. I get the loot grind. I get the people wanting to play. It makes sense to me. It's like I think it's shitty. They probably should have like. Honestly, like they should have options for people who want to like do it faster by themselves. Like people who have like the time that they want to spend it on Destiny 2. Fucking let them grind it out. Let them spend it. Like give them more options. Give them something less annoying. And for everyone else, they can just come in once every week. Like let me do the nightfall stuff.
Which is fine. But like you need people, especially if you're in like a clan. Like that's the only thing that bothers me about this game a little bit, but it makes sense.
Can't solo it.
You can, but it's gonna be really tough and not as rewarding. If you play with like other people, it is actually fun to play with other people, like doing the raid, and we succeed. Similar to how we played Fortnite Battlegrounds, which we'll most likely talk about next week, or on Saturday. It's just the fact that you just
or on Saturday.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that you're just with your friends or your team, or you're with your friends, and you just accomplish something. Like when me, Justin, and Tanner were playing Fortnite Battle Royale. We got 2,
which is a player in a Battleground style game.
Yeah,
in Fortnite, that free to play. Building.
It just came out Tuesday. Come play it for sure. We're gonna talk about that next week, most likely. We won. We got to number 1 twice, and it felt so rewarding because like.
Are you and Justin and Tanner?
Yeah, we always got close, and
when you finally did it.
When we did it, it felt really rewarding. You get an umbrella so far. Instead of with a glider, you get this little Mary Poppins.
Do you guys have
umbrella
that now when you dive in?
And we think you get newer stuff because we kind of seen other people with other like droppables or like parachutes, umbrellas, or whatever. So, but yeah, no, when you do raids on Destiny 2 with other people, like that, it accelerates that even further. And the reason why I like Destiny 2 is because it's not a PvP type situation where you're against other people. You're against and the AI or the environment, and you work as a team,
like an MMO.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're describing WoW.
You're pretty much you're just working together, and it's the fact that you can hate the enemy because the enemy's not necessarily a real person. It's just a computer. It's an AI.
I want to throw out one quick thing. I forget the MMO. I think it was something like EverQuest. No, it wasn't EverQuest. I forget what it is.
EverQuest is space, I think.
EverQuest is not space. No, EverQuest is fantasy.
I'm thinking of a different game then.
Definitely. I don't know.
Eve Online. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. It was a fantasy game because it was a dragon, but so there's this boss that was supposed to be like unbeatable, very hard. Okay, a lot of health, and it's just like he's there. You can't fight him. You can't beat him, and this team, this like group of people all gathered together and they're like, we're taking it down. And eventually after hours of toiling and fighting, they just about killed it. Yeah. And the people on the server end saw that they were going to kill it. So they like deprogrammed it.
Wow.
And then And then that got such a bad backlash that they reprogrammed it and like, you know, gave it some loot or whatever when you killed it. But how messed up is that? Sorry.
No, that's hella messed up. No, that sucks because they probably spent like hours on that fight alone. So.
Yeah, no, I think it was like a really long time. I think he was ridiculously high.
That sucks. I think I know what game you're talking about too. Cause
it's some fantasy MMO.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're reading about. That
Mabinogi, like, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't. But yeah.
Besides that sucks. Yeah, I mean, we played some PlayerUnknown's, and I played Senran Kagura. Finally, it finally came out.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
it's fun.
Jingle.
Yeah, it's very fun. It's you know, it's also got cards and like loot drops. But you know, I do want to talk about one aspect of loot. Because, I mean, everything else is self-explanatory. You know, it's fan service.
Shooter. Yeah.
Fan service shooter. But one really cool element of loot, I think, in this game is... So, how it works is you get these card packs, you know, depending on, like, the type of submissions or whatever you do. Like, you get better card packs, right? How well you did. And, you know, you get, like, however many cards. And there's a, like, set number of cards. Like, you can fill out your whole deck with every card, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is once you get a duplicate of a card, depending on the rarity, you get a point towards that rarity. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, the most common one, you get 1 point of common. And you know, the one above that, you get 1 point of, you know, whatever. I forget what that one is. Let's just say uncommon. Let's just say uncommon. Yeah. And uncommon is worth 5 common. Okay? The point above that is worth more, you know? And how you level up things in the game. You level up everything from your skills to your weapons to your characters, right? How you level up all of that stuff is through getting duplicates. So you want to get duplicates of ultra rare stuff or more rare. You know, the higher rarity, you want duplicates of that so you can start dumping and feeding those points. Because once you get one version of one card, you know, whether it's a weapon card or a skill card or whatever, that's it. You're set. And also one cool thing, a really cool thing about this is it carries over from everyone. So like it doesn't matter if I'm playing as like, you know, whatever, Hibari or Yagyu. If I equip the grenade launcher and I like leveled it to like 6 or, you know, 10 or whatever level it is at, it will be that the grenade launcher now is that level. You know what I mean? Like, and you're not unequipping it from someone when you equip it on someone else. You can put the same deck on everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think it's a cool system they have for leveling that I haven't seen yet. Like, I haven't seen this like like when I get a duplicate in Overwatch, I'm not stoked.
No,
I'm like, I got 25 coins. Woo! But like, if I get like, you know, like a unique skin, I'm really stoked. In this game, I'm like kind of bummed out when I get an ultra rare card and it's new. On one hand, I'm like, okay, now I forever have that card. So if I ever get a duplicate, cool. But that wasn't a duplicate. I can't dump that into my characters or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty neat system.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's a different take on leveling up. So that's cool. Also, I mean, before we go, I guess I should just read this out. Really unbalanced multiplayer right now. Oh, jeez.
Me and Jingle.
Was it the mechs?
No, I haven't even encountered one. So me and Jingle, we tried to get into a game of 3v3, right? Yeah. We like a free game, like, and we couldn't group up. So like, you know, we're like, let's just hit like a game at this, like, let's just find a public game and like join it, right? So we both joined. We got on opposite teams, and he had one person with him, and I had 2 people with me, and so he got a bot, right?
Uh-huh.
Everyone on his team is level 0, as am I, you know? And the 2 people I'm playing with are like much higher level.
Oh my gosh.
And so we crushed, right? And Jingle loses. And I was like, all right, let's try a ranked game, Jingle. Maybe we can get on the same team.
Oh, Jesus.
So we both hit ranked play at the same time. And we're like, hey, we got it the same game. Oh, we're in opposite teams. Same exact thing happened. He was ranked with one person who was 0 and a bot or something. And like,
oh my gosh.
And like, I had 2 people who were like very high level and they were all decked out in their shit, you know.
Oh my god.
Wings and like crazy hairs and, you know, all that like cosmetic stuff that, you know, probably super high level people who unlocked a lot of shit have, you know. Yeah. And, you know, again, crushed.
Yeah, that's it's
I was just
unbalanced
like,
for
that's
sure.
very
It's broken.
funny. But there is a co-op survival mode, which is fun, and it's hard as hell. And I don't know, it's I'm having a fun time with it. So like, if you
That's cool. Yeah.
like fan service and shooters, and that sounds appealing.
Third-person shooters.
Yeah, I like this game a lot. Definitely not one of the greats of this year, because this game is loaded.
There's too many games. Yeah, there's too many games.
I mean, the games I still play, Injustice 2, that's not a great of this year. Like, no. I'm still like, it's still got Yakuza 0 and Nier.
Yeah.
Man, fucking Neo is this year.
Oh.
Speaking of Wolfenstein, and next week, because I don't think Nier Automata, you haven't even beaten the first campaign of that game, right?
I don't think so. Wait, I know. I'm just gonna say no.
Have you seen credits?
No.
Have you fought a final boss? Okay.
Nope.
So there's a much shorter game that I was thinking of.
Okay. Yeah.
Wolfenstein, the Old Blood.
Yeah, we could probably do that.
It's like, maybe half the size or even less than Wolfenstein, maybe around half.
I mean, I was thinking. Are you suggesting for what we should do for next week?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe that one.
I was thinking. Well, I know it's gonna break. No,
throw it out. I want to hear it.
I was just thinking, we'll just like kind of recover, I guess, or whatever, and you talk more about like Senran Kagura, or just play more. Just play. It's a free week, free week. Just play whatever. Because
I mean, I'm always playing whatever, but yeah, I mean, like we can just kick it, talk about. I mean,
yeah. I'm down to do the old order for sure.
It's called the Old Blood.
Blood.
I'm gonna look it up real quick for you just to see how long to beat. It's not very long. I played through it in one sitting on a stream. If that tells you anything.
That sounds like an hour or so.
It's more than an hour for sure. 3. Main story, on average, people beat it in 6 hours. They rush it in 4:22.
Okay. I mean, I don't know about rushing. I think it'd still be... That's just about the same amount as Wolfenstein.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
I think.
6 hours? No.
It's like a few, like 8.
New Order is much longer. It's 11 hours. 11 and a half.
Okay. So it's 2 times.
It's like half the time. What do you mean?
Okay, never mind.
What do you mean? 6 hours, you speedrunner. Jeez, how'd you beat that game so fast?
I don't know. I do beat games really fast. I saved 20 hours on Persona.
No, you're full of shit.
I did. I beat it at 85.
Oh, I thought you said you beat it in 20 hours.
No, fuck that. No.
Would you drop it to easy and just like brute force?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that. No.
What the hell?
I didn't.
How'd you do it?
I'm not pro, man.
Did you max out any?
Oh, no! I know how I did it. This is a little tip.
You just didn't do anything. You didn't max out any of the
walkthrough. The walkthrough. What up?
That's not playing a video game.
I did it mostly for the.
That's like building a Lego set.
I did it for the annoying bits where you have to choose what you have to do for the day, even though that's the main component of the game. That's
like the game. I love that.
I just don't know what to choose from that. There's so many choices.
Oh my gosh!
I just want to optimize it, and that helped me out a lot.
You should have just waited for the anime.
Oh my gosh.
What is it? I
guess no. I don't consider that a speedrun. Then I just walk through it. I use the walkthrough. So
I mean, people find for speedruns, people generally have one path, right? It's like this is the path you're supposed to go.
Yeah,
like you're supposed to
routes
like
is what they call them.
Get hit by the boss, and then it'll clip you through this door if you rolled at the same whatever.
Yeah,
I watched a Dark Souls 3 speedrun.
Yeah,
and it drove me crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it made me so mad.
I love those.
What they would do every time was they would jump off a thing, and as soon as they're about to hit the ground, they would like quit the game and then reload the game. And they would spawn where they're supposed to.
Yeah, I can see how that could be intimidating. We need well, thank you for listening to the Binch Bros podcast. We might be doing Wolfenstein, the Old Blood.
Remember, there's no right way to play video games, but there are wrong ways.
Yes, sure.
Just don't be addicted.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye, everybody. Loves kisses.
Speed runs.